I always thought the hardest part about deploying would be the war itself. The heat, the danger, the uncertainty of making it back alive. I never thought the war would start long before I set foot in Iraq. And I never imagined the battlefield would be my marriage. I was in the army, gearing up for my first deployment to Iraq. Nerves were high, but I had always believed that no matter how rough it got, I had one steady thing to come home to: my wife. We'd been together for 6 years, married for 3, and while things weren't perfect, we were a team. Or at least, I thought we were. Before I left, the stress of deployment was written all over her face. She cried a lot. She begged me to find some way to stay. "There's got to be some loophole," she whispered one night, tears soaking into my chest. "You don't have to go. You could just stay here with me." But I couldn't. That's not how the army works. And honestly, part of me was proud to go. It was what I had signed up for. We talked about the future, 2 kids, a family. The life would start once the deployment was over. We had some debt, but she came up with a plan. "I'll move back home while you're gone," she said, "live with my best friend. She'll only charge me $300 a month for rent. I can pay off our debt with the money you're sending home. When you come back, we'll be out of debt and ready to start our family." It sounded perfect. I was proud of her for thinking of it. I hugged her tight before I left, kissed her until she was laughing and crying at the same time, and boarded the plane believing in us completely. The first few weeks overseas were brutal. The heat, the sand in everything I owned, the constant alertness. It wore me down quick. But the one thing that kept me steady was hearing her voice on the scheduled calls. She cried when we said goodbye each time, told me she loved me, told me she couldn't wait to start our family when I got back. Then things started to shift. At first, it was small, shorter texts, less excitement in her voice when I called. Then, suddenly, she was distant. Calls got awkward. Conversations that used to flow turned into one-word answers. After 6 years together, I knew something was wrong. One day, during one of our rare moments of connection, she told me she needed space. Space. From me. 10,000 miles away. I remember sitting in my tent in the desert, staring at the phone like it had personally betrayed me. Space from what? I asked. I'm literally on the other side of the world. She had no real answer. Just, I need to find myself. That's when my stomach turned. Back when we lived in our hometown, there was a guy, some friend of hers, who had always been borderline inappropriate with her. Jokes that went too far, lingering looks, texts at odd hours. She'd brushed it off, told me I had nothing to worry about. And I trusted her. I wasn't the jealous type. But now, every picture she posted with friends back home, he was there. Always him. Faces in the group would change, but he was like a shadow glued to her side. My gut twisted every time. I broke. I couldn't take not knowing. That's when I did something I'd never done before. I cloned her phone. Using T-Mobile's digit service, I set it up so that every text she sent or received came straight to me. I'll never forget the first one I saw. "Hey babe, I'll see you after work. Want me to save you any of my leftovers?" From her. To him. It hit me like a sniper round to the chest. My hand shook. I felt sick. I lost 35 pounds in a week because I couldn't eat. Couldn't sleep. All I could do was stare at my phone, watching their conversations unfold like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. They talked about everything. Dates, matching tattoos, sex. He was better than me in bed, she said. He treated her better. He did what she wanted. And the worst part, they talked about having a baby together. While I was fighting a war halfway around the world, she was planning to start a family with him. I asked her outright if she was seeing someone. She lied. "No," she said, "I'm just taking care of myself. I love you. Don't worry." But I had every word, every photo, every timestamp. For 2 months, I let her keep lying while I gathered the evidence. Until she finally admitted it. Her affair cut me open, but it also lit a fire. If she wanted to betray me, fine. But she wasn't going to do it with my money. I froze the accounts for a month. Changed every password. Banking, email, everything. To army jargon she'd never guess. When her calls came, begging for help, I ignored them. I blocked her on Facebook, blocked her number. She spiraled, lost her car to repossession, got kicked out of her place, started selling her prized shoes and purses just to scrape by. All while I sat thousands of miles away, silent, watching it all unfold. I knew she got a job back at her old restaurant. That's when I struck harder. I posted screenshots of her texts, conversations with him about babies, with timestamps matched to our own conversations, so all our friends could see the truth. She couldn't spin it. She was exposed. Then I had friends call the restaurant, complaining about her and him. Had others dine and dash, leaving her to take the blame. Eventually, they both got fired. She tried to fight back, called my command, claimed I was abandoning her, that she couldn't provide for herself. But my commander knew the story. He'd lived through something similar himself. He didn't lift a finger. By the time I was nearing the end of my deployment, she was already pregnant. Not with my child, but with his. On April 24, 2018, 5 months pregnant, she called me from another number, sobbing so hard I could barely understand her. They'd had a huge fight, she said. She was leaving him. I don't know where to go, she cried. And I said the coldest, truest words I'd ever spoken to her. Sorry, not my problem anymore. We finalized the divorce before the baby was born. I made sure of it. No chance of being tied financially or legally to her choices. But she wasn't done haunting me. January of the next year, she called again, this time through a mutual friend's phone. He hit me, she whispered. I don't know what to do. I took a breath. I told her, maybe you don't cheat on your husband when he's deployed with some guy who talks a big game. Her voice broke. You're happy about this, aren't you? No, I said, but I'm glad I know I'm not the bad guy in this story. A month later, she called again. This time her tone was different, defeated, broken. He's cheating on me, she admitted. With 2 girls. I regret everything. I fucked it all up. Yeah, I told her. You did. Her betrayal destroyed me. I fell into a depression so deep I wasn't sure I'd climb out. Nights were long. Days dragged. Even now, the scars remain. But the proof, the texts, the photos, the stories everyone saw, gave me something I desperately needed: validation. I wasn't the problem. She hit me up just yesterday, actually, asking for money to cover her rent. I didn't even bother replying. She made her bed. Looking back, I thank God it happened when it did. 10 years earlier, and I might have come back to an empty house, an empty bank account, and a wife carrying another man's baby with no way to prove the truth. Instead, I came back with my head held a little higher, my dignity intact, and the knowledge that sometimes losing someone is the best damn thing that could ever happen to you. Because in the end, Iraq didn't break me. She did, and I survived both.